Hello and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, where we are going to be going through together the Ethereum chart. I want to be going through the trade that I am in right now, the targets that I am looking for to the upside. So yes, this is a long, and how we've actually got to this point over the last few days. So I hope that you really enjoy this analysis and it does assist you in your trading. And before I start the technical analysis, I'd just like to say I hope that you all had an absolutely wonderful Christmas. If you celebrate, of course. If you don't celebrate, I just hope you all had a nice time with your family, and you've had some time to reflect on the year, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And you really just are ready for 2021. Myself and the champions, I feel we're absolutely so hyped and excited for 2021 because of the trading opportunities that are here. Bitcoin all-time highs, the altcoins, oh, they're just so technical. As you're going to see today, the technical analysis is just amazing. It makes me so happy and excited for 2021. So I hope that I can share this excitement and passion with you in this video. And yeah, you're just looking forward to the new year, because I feel there's just an insane, let's just be honest, there's an insane, incredible amount of money to be made as we start here with Ethereum. Wow, what can I just say? Wow. So firstly, let's remind ourselves, the last Ethereum video that I made, it's not often I make Ethereum videos. The last Ethereum video that I made was on the 24th of November, and that was obviously for the $700 target. That's why we're sat at about $598. We had that $700 target on ETH. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we now sit at $730. That's the target here. That's my Christmas gift to every single one of you that pay attention to my public videos. You could have sat on an absolute diamond here. But how could have we gone from this analysis over on the public YouTube to then the absolute magician, so to speak, the magical technical analysis that you get within the champions group? And this all started on the 23rd of November, 23rd of December. 23rd of December. What we had was, I was asked on the 23rd, have I taken an Ethereum long yet? And my answer was quite simply, no, not yet. I want it around $570. We just cast our minds back to the 23rd. What you will see is the 23rd, yeah, we're coming back a bit. The 23rd, as you can see, we're sat at around $609, more or less, $610. And really simply, I'm saying I want 570. Come on, give me that 570. I feel it's an absolute gift. If I can get 570, I'm going to take it. And then we move one step forwards, and this is where it comes to having a plan. Let me tell you, I had an absolute, I had a plan. So again, what's one step of, why do a lot of people fail in technical analysis or in trading in general? Well, maybe they make a plan, they don't stick to their plan, or most people just don't really have a good plan, let's be honest. And so when you make a good plan, you have to stick to your plan. If something comes crashing down, okay, and we can kind of say it did, if something comes crashing down really quickly, so in this section of the chart here, it's coming down very, very, very swiftly and quick, you got to stick to your plan and trade it, essentially. So that's exactly what I done. I wanted 570 and made that very clear. And when it come down to that price level, well, what I'm doing is buying the dip. As you can see there, getting filled on about 1,090 Ethereum, and that's about $600,000 worth of Ethereum. And within minutes making 20 grand. Obviously that's we'll go over where that's at right now. We're talking about the hundreds of grands of profits now, but what we're saying is price is coming down and we're sticking to the plan. You want 570, and I'll explain the technical reasons behind this in a minute, because you're going to absolutely love it. I really truly feel you will love this. But what I want to first start with is sticking to the plan. Okay, price is coming down heavily and quickly, and what we're doing, along with I've made their Christmas. I've made their Christmas, because we're all walking away with so much money right now, but we're buying it. Okay, myself getting filled on that at 566, other people getting it 548, 550, 560. Awesome. Lots of people loving it. And what we can see here is that was getting filled. This was the setup that I'm going to go over with you in a second, but this is what we were looking at here. Okay, with the entry, the stop loss, and a take profit here. That was while we were still at 591, just really cementing in that this is the trade to be looking at right now. And Obviously, we got the move up on Bitcoin, which was just icing on the cake. Wonderful. And, you know, really simply, sit in the Ethereum long now for Christmas. What an entry. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Now let's move over to how this played out then. Okay, so we can really simply see this was our entry region down here. Okay, I actually added when we got above the weekly here because, you know, it was a nice compound. If we bring this up to the 30-minute chart, so how's this trade progressed? Okay, what we can see here is really nicely, we actually had this symmetrical triangle prior to the breakdown. Had the symmetrical triangle that, you know, 50-50, you can trade the break. You broke the triangle, you back tested the triangle, you made your way down to this liquidity region. And this is where the technical analysis really shines. So you might say to yourself, why 570? What was so special about 570? Why were you expecting the bounce there? Actually, to be honest with you, I was expecting a bounce anywhere between 590 and 570. 570 was a gift. I was much more expecting the 590. That 570 is a gift I couldn't turn down. And the reason I couldn't turn down the gift is because of what happened on the Ethereum BTC pair. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's really rare that you get on an altcoin the USD pair lining up with the Bitcoin pair, what can only be described as a phenomenon. That is not how you pronounce the word phenomenon. That doesn't sound right, but you get my I'm not going to try that again, but you just get an amazing technical setup. Let's just put it like that. The confluence of the Bitcoin pair and the USD pair, which you should be doing your technical analysis on for an altcoin, come together like something you do not see very often. And this is what we can really say is like a really perfect setup, because what you had here was from the low, take your fibs from the low to the high, you're coming into the CC, or simultaneously taking these lows here. So remember, you're taking these lows here on the Bitcoin pair, while you're also taking those lows on the USD pair, and the Bitcoin pair is obviously here coming into that CC region. And what we mean by CC is our Fibonacci. Let me do it from the low up to the high. You come straight into that CC as well. So what you're seeing is, well, what I just like to say, really brilliant opportunity. Let's just put it like that. An amazing opportunity of Bitcoin pair, Ethereum BTC coming to support, and Ethereum USD hitting an absolute gift of an entry. And then it's having that confidence, just take the trade. You've got you've had the plan, you've been waiting for this level. When the level comes, take it. Don't get in the moment of thinking, oh, what about if it drops more? What about if it does this? What about if it does that? Oh, it's already up 10%. Oh, I can't long this. People are going to have a million reasons of when actually it comes to the target not to take the trade. There's always this underlying feeling in their head of, oh, if I long now, it might drop more. Oh, if it's done this, it could do this, it could do this, it could do this. Oh, what if? What we're trading is what is. And what is and what has happened was we come into the liquidity region. This is the level that was an absolute gift. We're seeing Bitcoin pair coming into the CC. We're seeing Ethereum USD actually taking liquidity. Even if you didn't want to take the quote unquote high risk trade, well, if you didn't long the reclaim at a weekly, the back test and the monthly last night, well, really simply, scared money don't make money. What can you do if you're too scared to take those trades? So that brings us up to where we are right now. Okay, and now actually there's one more thing I want to cover. Actually, no, we'll cover that in a second. Let's just cover some levels to the upside. So I'm kind of approaching this really, that there's still more upside potential to come on ETH. What I want to tell you is that this is actually a yearly open. So this is the yearly open. As you can see, that's coming in at $741. So naturally, you don't expect really these levels to just go through straight away. You do expect pullbacks, and arguably you're having that pretty much right now. You've almost hit the level we're talking about in terms of percentage. Just wants to move out of the way. We're talking about 0.18%. So I can pretty much say that again on different exchanges you've actually hit it. So we can say the yearly open has been tapped, and now we're pulling back a little bit from that yearly open. So that's obviously something to bear in mind. You're at a potential resistance, but I'm actually looking for higher. Okay, and let me share with you this setup right here. Okay, so if we just add in the risk to reward ratio, so this is what we're trading right now, and as you can see, that, yeah, as you can see here, I'm still in my Ethereum long from a few days back, and this was that long from catching the low of the wick, and we're trading it up through the monthly. And oh yeah, look at this monthly. We'll go over that in a second actually, because that was something special. But we're through that monthly and we're looking for higher, and the level I'm actually looking for here is coming in at $785, which is our weekly. About $783. And I gotta imagine it gets hit. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm approaching here on ETH. $780 is my next target to the upside. Again, we've already hit our $700 target. That's brilliant. I'm actually going to be looking for around 780. And the question I suppose that you could ask is Ethereum going to hit all-time highs? That's kind of what you're going to be wanting here. All-time highs are coming in at $1,400. So that's over double basically where you are now, more or less. You're about double in price. So that would be an incredible move. But what we have to say here is for Ethereum to double in price, you're going to have to see the Bitcoin pair have strength. So what's happening on the Bitcoin pair? As you know, I've done a accumulation schematic on Ethereum. It's actually played out pretty well. We're obviously looking at a harmonic where we had the move up, the move down, the move up to get another move back down. So this could potentially test the monthly. And the monthly is here actually coming, as you can see here, 0.02 sats. I am prepared for that to be hit, basically. I am prepared for that to be hit on Ethereum BTC. And just for some perspective in terms of percentages, that would be a move of about 30%. Am I expecting that to happen over the next week? No. And I do feel that we can get more of a rally going on over the next week. We could get another increase in price before down, and that's kind of what I'm more so envisaging. If I'm totally honest with you, I remain in my longs basically right at the moment. What I think you got to approach this is there's no real reason to close Ethereum right now. There's literally no reason. So if we just bring this up to the 15-minute chart, move this back up here and click on automatic. What you can see is since the low that we put in here, we've done a higher low. We've built up higher lows. We've built up higher lows. This could, obviously we're at the yearly open on the Bitcoin bet. You could see this before coming back up. Test this monthly, for example. All I'm saying is there's no reason to actually close the ETH longs yet. Okay, where could you potentially, let's say, be a little bit more worried? Well, I would say on the Bitcoin pair, if you start losing your last area of consolidation. Okay, so this should be support. We have to say that should be support. And on Ethereum BTC, really simply, if you get acceptance, I would say back below. I would actually say back below 650 sats, if I'm totally honest with you. I'm not really worried about it while it's above 650. But just got to be aware of those really key levels. 780 I feel is a big level. Up to 800, obviously 800 psychological. You can probably get through 780, but 800 big level. If you clear 800, the question is, why can't you go to all-time highs? I got to envision it breaches $1,400. Again, I'd probably approach this in a new trade idea, so I'd be more than happy to close out my longs, which would be coming on for 50% gain in a few days, at this 780. Okay, or if we start to drop, obviously I'm going to have to close that, miss out on some potential gains, because I don't want to actually close my position here until there's a sign of weakness. I just don't want to close it, basically. And so that's kind of how I'm approaching this. So from the perspective of helping you in this video, so you're getting some value from the video, what value can you take away from this analysis? Well, I think the number one takeaway from the video, I feel, has to be make the plan and stick to the plan. And I hope that this is the number one takeaway that you have to think. It's making incredible amounts of money. We're talking in a few days over, nearly $200,000. It's incredible the amount of money that you can make on this. But what we're saying is make the plan and stick to the plan. Do not fall into the trap of not listening to your plan because you have some underlying feeling in your head, it might drop more. On Bitcoin at the moment, it's the gap might fill. There's the CME gap. Maybe this fills. Maybe we get a 30% drop on Bitcoin. All these underlying things that might, it's just it's just nonsensical. It just does not make sense. If you are trading like that, I feel you're destined to just keep losing money. What you have to do is have a really good plan. And this was a trade that I planned. And when you get the plan. When it comes to the level, don't be scared. Don't be scared to take the trade. We're also approaching this from a perspective. Of course, we're going to take losses in trading. We're not striving for 100% win rates, but what we are striving for is to take really big winners and obviously keep your losses small. That's what we're striving for, and well, pretty much we're accomplishing right now. And so that's takeaway number one. I feel, make a plan, trade the plan. Do not get scared. Okay, that's the worst thing that you can do. Don't let your emotions get the better of you, I suppose. Takeaway number two is when you see for altcoins, a Bitcoin pair line up with the USD pair. This is a rarity that is not often seen. And when it's seen, well, the results really, truly do speak for themselves, because that is how we have managed to capture the absolute low in the champions group there and make, in a few days, we're talking about 30% in a few days of trading. That's something special that you're not going to see very often. So yeah, takeaway number one, don't let the emotions get the better if you trade your plan. Takeaway number two, if you see a Bitcoin pair line up with a USD pair, that's like gold dust, and you got to take that trade. It's like an absolute gift. Takeaway number three, if you struggle to make plans, if you need some help, well, at the champions right now, we're kind of killing it. This was my analysis last night. So, I'm still trading, still doing all the updates and everything. So last night I done a live stream, and the question was asked, if we've missed the move on Ethereum, if they weren't trading for Christmas, X, Y, and Z, they want to get in. Where's the level to get in? My answer was the retest of the monthly. That's your opportunity. I think you can hear this if I play this as well. Look for maybe a 4.5%, or at least backtest that monthly. I think that would be your best opportunity, really. So that was me saying that's the next best opportunity. 670 meters. What did we do last night, ladies and gentlemen? What did we do last night? As you can see here, we backtested that level for an absolute gift. We got the 5% decrease in price, and then from there we backtested that monthly and we shot up even to where we are now, 9.5%. We're talking about, in terms of hours, 15 hours, not even a day, and you're talking about 10% gains. I just want you to realize how much 10% is. That is a crazy amount of money to be making, and that is like in less than a day, 10% gains. And like, I'm handing this on an absolute silver platter. That is the entry, the stop loss, the targets, everything that you need given. Yeah, from start to finish on this trade. The Ethereum trade has been special. So if you're interested in that guidance, that's what you can get over at Chart Champions. Very happy indeed with that trade, as you can probably tell in this video. And yeah, I hope that this video has been helpful for you. So let's just summarize it one more time. Make a plan, trade the plan, don't get scared. If you miss on a move, like some of the people did because they weren't around during Christmas, if you miss the move, do not stress. Get in at the next retracement. This is not FOMO buying. You're waiting for the retracement. You get the retracement and you're walking away with 10% profit in less than a day. That's crazy amount of money to be making. So if you miss the trade, do not FOMO, wait for the retracement, buy it. Again, make that plan, trade the plan, just get rich. Takeaway number three, I suppose, if you want any help with this, the educational material, how we mark out these fibs, how we get these monthlies. If you just want to know how I'm trading, that includes Bitcoin. Yeah, and obviously Chart Champions. We do that in the live streams every single week. So I hope that you've enjoyed this one. Hope it's given you a bit of perspective. Hope that you've had a wonderful Christmas, everybody. Looking forward to 2021. I am absolutely loving it right now. I'll cover Bitcoin in my next video, but this is just an absolute, this is amazing as well. I'm absolutely loving it. And I hope that you have a brilliant week, everybody. Cheers. Thank you ever so much, and have a brilliant week ahead. Thank you so much, and goodbye.